Morning, everyone. It's Monday morning, August the 2nd, and today is the first trading day of August. This is your pre-opening comment. It's video number 877. Okay, not a lot of news out there, certainly nothing market moving, but there is some. Asia and Europe are both up. China was up about 2%, even though they had some pretty ugly PMI numbers. So let's get to our news. GE. When you see it trading at 103, don't be surprised, and no, not somebody buying it at 8 times its close. It was a 1-for-8 reverse split. And the company said that it wanted its market cap to be, or its share price to be a little bit more in line with the number of shares outstanding for companies that are in similar businesses. So the share count goes from 8.8 billion to 1.1 billion. It's down about $1, which is essentially the equivalent of about an eighth. Parker Hannifin buying industrial Meggitt, MEGGIT. It's a UK industrial firm, and it's one of their main competitors. They're paying $8.8 billion for it. Zoom has agreed, it looks like, to a tentative settlement based on data breach, $85 million, not an overwhelming amount, nonetheless a deal. Square buying Afterpay, which is an Australian company, paying about $29 billion for it in stock. So that's certainly a big positive for Square from the standpoint of the stock is up fairly dramatically, and so buying a company with an inflated, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but buying a company using stock after your stock has jumped as much as Square has is a pretty nice trick. Okay, on the earnings side, HSBC beat. Their first half numbers were double what they made last year profit-wise. Their loan loss is down, ebbing a bit with the economic recovery. Disney Jungle Cruise, 34.2 million first weekend, so not a bad number. And I just want to remind everyone that these Chinese companies that we're trading here, they are what are called VIE'S. That's a variable interest equity. So you can think about it as sort of a tracking stock. It has no call on the equity. And I would expect to see some of these continue to fall once some of the bigger funds and individual investors kind of key in on the fact that they're really just buying a tracking stock. They're really not buying the company. And so long term, I think that that's a big negative. As far as the futures go, coming back a little, but the oil is still down 87 cents. I've seen it down about another 30 or 40 cents. So it's been down in excess of $1. Grains in general are mixed. The gold is down 4. It was down about 10. So it has come back, and it seems to be holding this important area around 1808 to 1810, just above these tops in here on the consolidation before Thursday's move of up $31. Silver roughly in the same boat. Price-wise, down 620, really not very much. The stock futures are higher. We have the S&P with a pre-opening of about up 17. Dow is up about 102, and NASDAQ is up about 70. What I want to point out is twofold. Here we have the dollar down about 20 cents, and that's getting into a pretty interesting area as far as whether or not it breaks back to the downside to 91, 91 and a half, or whether it turns here and breaks this little downtrend that we have. In the cryptos, we have a very interesting divergence here. We have Bitcoin down 1.39%. Still looks like a running correction. If we make a higher high than Thursday's 41,950, I think we probably move back towards that 45,000. But here's what's important. We have Bitcoin down 1.39. Take a look at Ethereum, and you see exactly the opposite. Ethereum is up 8.7% and has already, broken out of that little running correction. So this is why I concentrate more on Ethereum than I do Bitcoin. I know that when you hear the word crypto, you think Bitcoin, but Ethereum is the open source platform that is being used much more for commerce, as well as the platform on which all of the non-fungible tokens are produced on. So kind of interesting. Okay, folks, that's about it as far as news goes. I'll be back this afternoon, or if anything happens intraday. Don't forget not to feel too rich if you own the GE and see the price change. And please remember to hit that subscribe button and hit that little bell that'll give you notifications when there's a new video out. I'll be back this afternoon. Have a careful day.